Hi everyone, this is Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for taking our time to join me today. Today I'm here to share with you what I do with my leftover resin. Sometimes when I'm using some of the molds from different companies and molds that I picked up on my own from different craft stores, I usually have a little bit of extra resin left over. And of course you can't really save resin. So especially after you have mixed it up, it will harden and then it becomes unusable. So basically the best thing to do is to go ahead and have molds on hand so that way you can use it. And so that's how I chose to use my extra resin that's left over, is have extra molds on hand and go ahead and create different things with it. So whatever color I have mixed or whatever mica powders and glitters I have mixed in, that becomes something totally different and unique, and an extra piece for me to have on hand to give to someone or to use in a future project. So I wanted to come on here and share with you what I have done with some of my extra molds. And some of these creations of the resins may look familiar to you because you've seen them in other videos, but then some of them are new because I recently had some resin projects that I had to do and I had some extra resin, so this is how I used it. So I hope this helps someone out today. So again, of course, you want to make sure that you're safe when you're using resin. The resin that I use has to cure over 24 hours. So I really am happy with the resin I've been using. Unfortunately, I cannot find that same resin online. I will continue to look, but I want to say that the company has changed the product a little bit. So hopefully when I get some more resin in, it will kind of be the same because I done got comfortable and used to that one. But you can buy resin that doesn't take over 24 hours to cure, but that's the one I prefer to use. But let's go ahead and dig on in so I can share with you what some of the pieces, extra things that I have created using that leftover resin. So you guys might have remembered this item right here when I created this beautiful piece right here, which is a coaster from my doll play with MLK 2022. This was one of my creations that I made starting off that year for the doll play creations, and I adore this. I use this every time I have a bottle or a cup or a mug or something nearby, so that way my surface will be protected. This was a lot of fun to make and it has held up really well. And so this piece right here, I did have a little bit extra left over, so I did make another one, except for this one here happens to be clear because at the time I was making some other colors and this one was a clear one, and I added some of the gilding flakes to it, and so that's what this one looks like. And you can see the image here, and this one's a little thin too because I didn't have a lot of resin left over, but enough to definitely make this mold. So it's not as thick as this other one here, and I'll definitely compare it so you can see what I mean. So when you look at the size of it, you can see there how thin this one is compared to the other one, the original that I made. But you can also go back and add some more resin on top of this one or on the bottom of it to make it a little bit thicker if you choose to do so. But yes, it gave me two different looks there, and this one still can be used in another project if I choose to do that. But this is what I love, this particular silicone mold that I have. So I definitely want to share that. And this mold right here, I believe I got this one from BB Craft, and at the time when I had used this mold here, and I absolutely adore it. So that's one of, that's that one there. And then I also got this one as well from BB Craft. This one happens to be a cell phone holder, and the shape of it has warped a little bit here, so I added a little too much, but that's a trial and error for using resin because I can tell just from looking on the size here. And of course some of these pieces are unfinished because I need to go back and file them down, but I just wanted to still share what some of the pieces look like. And that was using this mold right here, the cell phone holder. So that was that piece. And then also another piece that I got from BB Craft was this piece right here, which happens to be this bear mold here, which I absolutely adore. I remember sharing this piece when I finished it, and this mold, I was a little nervous at first making a 3D piece, but that piece was awesome. This was the piece that I had featured on that video, and you guys can go back and check that out. This one right here lights up. I've added the LED wires inside of this bear here, and I turned it on so you guys can see it. So you can see that lights up there. And it does, it's not attached to the switch. But yes, I absolutely adore this. So much fun. But I went ahead and I decided to make another bear. Now this other bear that I made, and you can see what the wires look like inside. And I kept that one clear so it would show up a little bit better. My girls love coming in here turning this on, especially my little one. So I made another bear recently using some leftover resin for another project. And this is the bear, and I wanted to show this because I had a lot of different colors left over. Look how adorable. Now when you do something like this, it's really kind of hard to kind of go back and mimic that same look, because I also even see some of the blue mixed in here that kind of like drizzled down in the mold when I was pouring this resin, because I had 3 different colors. And I started off of course with this mold here, it will be upside down, so the head is what you're going to feel first. So I started off with the blue, then I went to the purple, and then I went to the clear that had the gilding flakes in it. And that's how I was able to create this look, which was awesome. So I didn't put any lights in this one because at the time I didn't have the lights on hand near me. So I went ahead and mixed it and just poured it, and this is the bottom of it here. But I love the way this bear turned out. This is just so adorable. In addition to making this one right here, I also made another item that is close to that one. I made this tray right here using a mold that I bought from one of the local craft stores. This mold that I made right here is the coaster molds, and there's 3 of them in a pack, and they look like this right here. So I only used the one, which is the circle mold, and so that one happens to look like this here. So adorable. This can be used as a trinket tray, or it can be used as a coaster, whatever it is that you want to use it for. This is the bottom right here. I think it turned out fabulous. So this particular mold right here, I also made some hearts that I had left over as well. These are some of the hearts, and that's what they look like, and those same colors there. So I love the way these hearts turned out. Really, really pretty. So I have a lot of hearts that I did make, and I used the heart silicone mold that I picked up from Dollar Tree. So you can pick up a lot of items, and this is right on time for the month of February for Valentine's, but you can use this all through the year. It doesn't have to be used just for Valentine's. So this is perfect because you love someone every single day. So that shows right there that different hearts, and these can be even also conversation hearts if you choose to go back and add vinyl if you wanted to. But I have a ton of them. I went ahead and filled up the whole mold. I had so much resin left over, so I was really happy about that. So I just kept pouring, and then that gave me a whole lot of hearts, and I'm really happy about that. And so these are all the hearts that I ended up with. So all those hearts there, I love that. So with that being said, I was playing around with this trinket tray, and I took my bear that I made, and I set this bear right here to the back of the wall of the coaster that I had made, and then I also set one of the hearts there, and this is what it looks like. Isn't that adorable? I love the way that turned out. That is just so cute. And so even if I was to adhere this to this, I would go ahead and use the resin that sets up really quickly under my UV light, a UV lamp or whatnot, and I could go ahead and set that where to be adhered together and permanent. But I don't know, I haven't decided yet. You guys in the comments, let me know what you think. I love it by itself, but I also love it with the bear and the heart on here. And you can also set some rings and different things on here as a trinket tray if you choose to do that. But I've been playing around with this, and I'm in love with how this tray turned out. And this was only because I had leftover resin. So definitely don't waste that leftover resin that you have. Make sure you definitely hang on to that. And those colors were inspired by a project that I had to do for Crafty, another company that I had actually got some molds from. So these were the items here that I had used. Their flowers and plant silicone molds that I had made. That's how the colors were inspired, how I got that idea and different things. So I was able to take that same resin because I had actually made too much, and I was able to create those things. So those are different ways that you can definitely use your leftover resin. Before those projects, I also had some other things too that I made. I used some more clear resin with the gilding flakes, and I made a puzzle keychain. So I have that. So that's really cool. And I can go back and add some beads and different things, or some lace or ribbon or twine. That was another thing I had made. Another thing that I made, I had enough left over to make this skeleton using this skeleton mold that I picked up from Joann's. And I need to go back and file this top piece off because I actually poured a little too much and it ran over. But look how cute that is. I love that. I'm going to drill a hole in that and make this a keychain. It's flat on the other side, but this will still work. I really, really like the way that turned out. And this is what the mold looks like here. So yes, I'm happy about that. In addition to that, I also used and play around with this mold here, and I want to thank Donna, which is Donna Powered by Creativity here on the YT. A long time ago, she shared this Mickey Mouse ice cube tray, and I got this from one of the pharmacies. I want to say it was I think it was CVS. So I picked this up, and I also used this in my for my resin. Now, this is what I made using those Mickey Mouse, the Mickey Mouse ice cube tray. This is what the pieces came out looking like. I was able to set 4. So look at this. So that's one of them there. And it's flat on the other side and shiny. But that's what the look I got. That's one of them there. And then here's another one where I did half and half. Really cute. Using that tray. And then I have this one. Again with the same half and half look there. Playing around. And then this one is all blue. With some gilding flakes in it. So that was that. And then I also have, last but not least, I want to show the gummy bears that I have made as well. The gummy bears, I love gummy bears in general, just eating them. But of course, with resin, that's not food related. But these are the molds that I use. And I wanted some faux gummy bears. So I used the mini ones tray that I got from, I want to say this one came from Michael's. And this one right here came from, I believe both of them came from Michael's, because I get them from all over the craft stores, whether it's Dollar Tree, Michael's, Joann's. I rotate from store to store. And I did get a set from Joann's, but the set that I have in my hand is not right here from Joann's, from 2 other retailers. But the ones that I have, I usually store them in these candy jars here. And I just show you a few. I'm not going to show you all of them. But this is one of the big ones here. I love the way that looks. And then I also have another big one here. See if I have some other ones. And then this other candy jar right here. Take this out. I have some other. I can show you these. And I just think it's just so cool to have these on hand. And so these are some of the gummy bears right here, some of the bigger ones. And they are just so pretty to me. And I'll just lay them out here so you guys can see these. And that's the same, so put that one back there. And here's one. So here are some of the gummy bears here that I have made using my resin molds. Look how adorable. And look at all the different colors of resin that I have here. Really, really nice. Here's a smaller one here to show you what the smaller one looks like. And this one right here is really, really cool. And I love the way that these turned out. These are so great because using that resin, you can make so many different things. And then I have this light pink one right here, which is really fabulous. And then I also have another clear one that has some glitter in it. And this one is really, really pretty. I love this one. That's one of my favorite ones that's in that whole jar. And I kept a range of different colors. And here's a purple one here. So yes, you can make a lot of different things. And I plan on turning these into some jewelry pieces for like different craft shows and different things like that. But also to use in Happy Mail as well, because I have gifted out some of these before. So yes, this is my resin creations, and this is what I pretty much do with my leftover resin when I have made too much. And I just want to come on here and share with you what it looks like and what different creations that I have made over time, to definitely share with you all, to give you some inspiration and hopes that get you guys to try some new craft projects and different things like that. But playing with resin is so much fun. It is a patient craft, and it also is, you know, have to take a lot of safety measures in place to be able to play with the resin. But yes, definitely use that leftover resin to create different things and have those extra molds on hand. This is Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to be blessed as always, and happy crafting. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and check out my Instagram page, which is Memory Lane Keepsakes 2017. Blessings to you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.